Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena. If you are new here, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit that notification bell to be alerted of when I upload future videos. If you are not new here, I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so excited about the support that I received on my last video. I did go ahead and post a poll on my Instagram, so if you are not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me because I do post polls about content that I will be posting on YouTube. I'd love for you guys to participate in the polls. I will leave my handle in the description bar below. It is alainamontero. And without further ado, I am going to be filming a first impressions of all the products that I purchased in the SEPHORA VIB Rouge haul. Now, I am guilty and I did place a second order online, so some of the stuff that I purchased was not hauled in my previous video. Jay. I don't like when you bark at the neighbors. Guys, I am shook. If you're wondering why I don't have any makeup on in this intro, it is because I am shooketh. I am shooketh, okay? When I get into a makeup pattern, I want to stick to those products. However, I do love trying new makeup, but I get paranoid that it's not gonna work out. So fingers crossed, pray for me guys, okay? Let's do this. Now my skin is already moisturized. I did have school earlier today, so I do have my regular skincare routine already completed. I am going to first go in with primer. Now these two products I did use in my first video, and these are the Custom Infusion Drops by Cover FX and my Becca First Light Priming Filter. I do mix these two together to get a flawless complexion, so I'm going to be jumping into my primer first. Now, if you see, my brows are very sparse. They're extremely sparse. I've actually been growing them out for 2 years now. And disregard this little scab here. I was fixated on a hair that I was trying to tweeze, and that's what happens. I'm going to be going in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow. If you've watched my previous video, you'd know that I do use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown, but I'm going to be trying this, and this is in the color 3. I do like my brows pretty feathery. This color is a little warm. It's a little more warm than the soft brown from Anastasia, but I like the application, I can't lie. I feel like I'm not being abrasive, and the product is like disappearing as I swipe it on. In the tube, I mean. This pencil isn't really clinging to my sparse areas. I mean, I do like it, but I'm not 100. This is my struggle brow though. I mean, overall, I like the product, but I don't know if I just didn't get the right color for my, preference. But I'm gonna clean my brows up and then I'll see how I feel. So now that I've cleaned my brows up, I actually do like the product. Now, that sparse area, this is my struggle brow, so I do have a hard time with any type of brow product really accommodating to my brow there because it's really, really sparse. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. These are the brows. Now next, I am going to go in with foundation. I did purchase the Bare Minerals Pro Glow Foundation. This is in the shade Sateen 05. There is 1 fluid ounce in here, and apparently it is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. According to this, it says flawless medium to full coverage, lasts all day, creamy blendable texture for luxurious comfort. So Bare Minerals, don't play me. I even whipped out my new beauty blender for this video, but this is not a first impressions. This is my jam, girl. Oh, it's a pump. I didn't know it was a pump. I'm very excited. Now I'm gonna pump some on the back of my hand. I'm gonna start off with a light layer because I don't know how this is going to apply. I'm scared. Ooh! Girl! coverage. Ooh! The more I'm blending it out, the more you see my trouble areas, like my acne scars. It looks very much like skin, if I, you know, I'm being honest. It looks really smooth. Now you can see some of my scarring poking through, but I could cover it with concealer. It's not the worst. I mean, it looks really velvety. It's velvety. It looks like I already set my face. Okay, Bare Minerals, we see you, hunty. We see you, hunty. I did not pick up a new concealer, so I will be going in with my own concealer. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. So I think the concealer blended in really nicely with the foundation. It's laying pretty nicely on there. It doesn't look cakey at all. It still is giving me a smooth complexion. Now the only thing is, I don't have a problem with foundations really settling into my lines around my nose, but I'm kind of getting that creasiness with this foundation. Just a little bit. So next I'm going to be going in with this Clinique Chubby in the Nude stick, and I heard about this again through Beauty by Rosita. If you haven't subscribed to her, which most of you I'm sure are, she uses this in the shade Gargantuan Golden. Now I do like my bronzer warm, so I figured I would really like this shade. When I swatched it in store, it reminded me a lot of my Bobbi Brown contour stick. So I'm going to cream contour with this and blend it in with my regular brush.
I think I like how your body feels next to me.
So I'm liking the color. It's actually really nice. And it is blending out pretty easily. I don't know if it's me, but I think my Bobbi Brown blends a little bit more easily. But I think the coverage on this may be a little bit better. It's really, really pretty. Excuse my barbarian neighbors upstairs. They don't know how to fucking act ever. I do really like this color a lot. It's warm, but it's not pulling red. It looks like tan. I really enjoy this color. Now, the only thing I would say I didn't like about it is that it's not as precise as my Bobbi Brown stick, just because the tip of the product is very, very round, but it's also just very circular. So when I'm trying to kind of carve my cheek, I'm kind of running into the applicator rather than the product. But I really do like this product, and I'm excited to play with it more. It looks really nice, especially in person. I don't know if it's picking up that well on the camera. I'm just gonna set under my eyes and my face very quickly with my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. Holy grail product. My face didn't feel tacky with the foundation at all. I do have that problem a lot where my face is really, really tacky, and when I go to set it, I really have to be careful because the product will slip and slide. After a couple of seconds, the foundation set down. My skin looks like velvet. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna set my nose as well as my chin. This is what I would do with any foundation that I'm using, so I'm going to treat this no different. Before I finish up the face, I am going to start with my eyes. Now, I'm kind of winging this. I was kind of thinking maybe like a half cut crease or something along those lines, because I did want to use the Prism palette. I also did want to use this Stila glitter in addition to my Heavy Metal liner by Urban Decay. So I'm going to take a few shades from here just to act as my transition and my crease color, and then I will follow up with some concealer and cut the crease a little bit. First, I'm going to be starting off with Eden, and I'm using a Morphe E27. This is a very fluffy brush. Oh girl, that is pigmented, girl. Wow, this is so pigmented. I barely touched the product.
I think I like how your body feels next to me. Oh, baby, when you're kissing me. Oh, baby, when you're loving me. I can't describe what I want.
Since I'm going to be going in with concealer to cut that crease a little bit, I didn't set my eyes down with a powder. Normally, if I'm doing just eyeshadow, I will set my eyes down with a bone shade eyeshadow, but since I'm going in with concealer, I didn't want to touch it. I'm going to use that same Morphe brush, the M441, and I'm going to hit the color Parallel, and it's like a deep brown color. That one's powdery. Why did that look like that? It looked chalky AF. I don't really like this shade, to be honest. I'm gonna just go back in with my Morphe E27, which was the color that I used to apply that pink Eden shade, and just smooth out the edges a little bit. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of my Tarte Shape Tape, and this is in the color Fair, and I'm going to use this just to cut that crease a smidgen. I'm using the Morphe M421 to do this. And I'm not going for anything perfect, it's just a half cut crease. And I'm going to take the Stila Magnificent Metal in the shade Sunset Cove. I've never actually worked with these before, but I heard you're supposed to just apply it straight onto the eye. It is pretty, but I feel like it's not... It's pink, but it's like almost white. I do like the way the formula feels, and it was pretty easy to apply, but I'm trying not to look up because I don't want the product to transfer because it is a glitter. I'm just gonna go in with some more shadow to just blend everything together. Now I am gonna go in with this Urban Decay Heavy Metal liner, and this is in the shade Catcall. Oh yes, honey, yes. This is a beautiful rose gold color, and it's kind of neutralizing this glitter so that it looks more in tune with my shadow. This is so pretty, and these are a hit or miss, honestly. Some of them are really pigmented, like Midnight Cowboy is a really popular one, but some of them are just not pigmented. But this one is really pretty. Before I do anything else, I'm going to just take my bronzer and just... I am going to go in with the Monsieur Big Mascara by Lancome. And I will be applying falsies, but I like to apply mascara before I do that. And I'm using my Ciate Lash Curler, Holy Grail. It fits my eye so well. I used to always pinch my eye on my old MAC one. I really like this formula. I mean, it's not incredibly lengthening for me, but it is voluminous AF. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. It's pretty, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty. I mean, if I was looking for a high-end mascara all the time, I would definitely repurchase. And I'm gonna continue to use it because I think it's really beautiful. But I think I'd get the same results with my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. Lashes! Now, to be honest with you guys, I do not wear lashes all the time. The only reason that I'm doing lashes is because I did buy them, but I don't really wear lashes that much just because I haven't really found a pair that goes well with my eyes. These are the Sephora collection Flirt number 30 lashes. So pulling these out of the tray, there was some left behind. I wasn't even tugging and they just ripped. Trying to play me. Hey guys, my camera died. So it is now 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. So I've had this foundation on for a few hours now. I actually had to go run my errands while my camera was dead and charging, so I look a little bit different. I did apply my iconic lights. And then I did go ahead and just smoke out the lower lash line a little bit with some of the shade from the Prism palette while my camera was dead, so I did wait to do my lips. I did apply a little bit of highlighter, but that wasn't anything first impressions. It was just the Dose of Colors and Desi and Katie collab in Fuego. And I applied that just to the apples of my cheek, not to the apples, to the high points of my cheeks. I am a little bit torn between glosses. I think I'm gonna go with the Fenty. This is actually the same color as my natural lip color. It's really pretty. I love the way this gloss looks. I love the way that my makeup came out. It looks so beautiful. So that wraps up the first impressions. I did use all of the products that I purchased with the exception of this Bare Minerals lip gloss as well as the lip gloss that I got from Becca Cosmetics. Overall, I really enjoyed all of the products. However, those Sephora lashes played me. They played me. They played me hard. They played your girl hard. They came for me. Let me zoom you. I want you guys to see my complexion. This foundation looks beautiful on the skin. Beautiful on the skin. It's really smooth. Really, really smooth. It's really smooth. This bronzer is beautiful. I do have a little bit of problem area poking through. The only foundation that doesn't really give me any problems is my Makeup Forever HD stick and the Hourglass stick, the stick foundation. I really enjoy the foundation. It doesn't even feel like I have anything on, and I really enjoyed that Prism palette. Let me know if you'd like to see a tutorial using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. Just give this video a thumbs up and I will definitely film that for you. Leave me a comment down below with any video suggestions that you want to see. I did get a request to do my makeup and skincare collection. However, I did move a few months ago, so I'm still in the midst of organizing my products. They're not where I want them to be. As soon as I get my collection settled, I will definitely film that for you guys. Before you go, don't forget to like and comment down below. I love interacting with you guys. You guys are so nice and fun. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go. And don't forget to hit that notification bell before you leave. I'll wait. Okay, we got you. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.